Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnice Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter, and today is Artist Diary number 45. We are talking about a couple of paintings I have in progress, including this baby right here, which I absolutely love. It's like my perfect staircase, and we'll talk about that. But first, let's talk about these things that I picked up. So I just bought a whole bunch of oil paints, but I did not buy a brown of any variation. So I picked up burnt sienna. It's one of my favorite shades of brown. It's very versatile. You can darken it, you can lighten it. Has very nice complexion when you are painting brown folks. And so I like this. I bought this, and I did get it in Gamlin oil colors because I didn't have Gamlin. So this was a great way to just test out a new brand to me. I know everyone says that Gamlin is a staple, and if I wasn't obsessed with French things as I am, I would have purchased from Gamlin primarily, instead of just venturing out and trying all of these French-based brands. So, and I have this oil paint. Also bought this 138 milliliter red. This is Naphthol Crimson, and it is from Liquitex, the heavy body version. I use a lot of red. Red is my favorite color to use as an accent. So for lips, obviously, and for my office, most of my furniture is red or black. Curtains, I like red. When I'm painting, I use it in skin tones. I use it to highlight. I always love a red, bold lip, just in general. And so having just a standard, bright, and pigmented color of red on hand, definitely needed. So, anyway, let's talk about the important things here, because these are the only two things I got for once. And, that'll be me done for shopping for a while. But so I had this idea for a painting. I had this idea for a stairwell, going, you know, into like a dark upper place with very vivid wallpaper, and then a girl just looking over her shoulders like, you coming with me? You coming upstairs? Like temptation leading you astray, and like the most epic visual piece that I could imagine. And so I'm noticing lately that in my pieces, I've always wanted to paint these specific moments, these magical moments, something that feels realistic, something that feels just like, I want it to feel familiar, like the scene is familiar. Like when you watch it or you look and come across the painting, you're just like, I remember days like that, or I could place myself in a scenario. It just feels warm and inviting to me, right? And so I started doing these chair pieces. And so I have this piece right here that I did. More recently, I did my frosted glass painting. So that's right here. And it all had to do with this furniture and this full scene. It's not just about the girl. Or the girl's hair, which I started off painting a lot of hair pieces because I love hair and I'm African American and hair is important to us. You can know how I'm feeling at any given point depending on what my hair looks like. And so that's how I started painting in 2017. And I've now kind of formed into not just capturing these expressions and not just capturing these hair movements, because that tells a lot about a person, how their hair is, and not just painting these magical moments centered around, you know, other familiar things. Like, am I explaining myself correctly? You know, when Crazy Rich Asian became really big, and the main topic of discussion was that everyone's happy that they saw representation in themselves, and it was like they finally got to see themselves on screen. Like, I want people to see themselves in a painting. That's kind of what the thing is. So I really want the piece to be representational, and now my work is starting to become not just a moment in time, but like a reflection and a representation, so that you can see yourself in the painting. That's really where I'm leaning towards. And like, for some reason, I want to paint furniture. Like, last year was about painting trees, and now this is about painting buildings and painting scenes and painting more structured pieces, kind of. Like, I really want the lines to come through. I really want this to be like realistic in nature without being realistic in nature. Does that make sense? So back to the hallway. It took a long time. So far I've worked on this for about 4.5 hours because I really added a lot of colors and layers on these walls, and then I had some areas to fix. I still might have some areas to fix. I really want to make sure that this specific line is straight all the way down, that this line is straight all the way down. I want to add a chandelier really right back in the background, all the way pushed back, but I really want to double check just the lighting and sources that has, because we have this one corner here for this hallway. We have kind of some lights coming this way. Really want to make sure just the light in all of its directions is coming in naturally and just seams together, right? For the background, specifically for the walls, all of these walls will be covered eventually. I have this, which is Interference Violet, and it is from Golden Acrylics. I got this as a tester years and years ago, and I barely use it, but when I do use it, it is just impeccable. The accent it uses, it just does something and makes it pop, and you get all these kind of fragments in it. And so all of this will be used for my line work for the wallpaper. And then when I finish all of that, I'm going to add the girl who's going to be walking up the stairs, looking back over her shoulder like, are you coming? Are you coming with me? Are you? I don't know. And then where are you taking him?
She's leading him. She's inviting the person to follow her.
And so it's kind of incorporated my love art theme. Like, it's kind of a little sexy because I want the way she's looking back at him. Like, I want that to be a little sexy. But also it's very implied here.
She could also just be like a serial killer leading someone off. Like, why are you following this person? Be smart. That's number one. Like, you shouldn't be this person in the club just following some stranger. Like, are you coming? No, I'm not coming. I'm getting off subject. Anyway,
I'm in a conflict with this piece at this moment because I know what I want it to look like. I have the reference photos, I have the ideas, I have the colors that I want to use. But I like the background so much at this stage that I don't want to touch it and ruin it, because that might happen. Not that I think I would ruin it, it would just be different. And I really like the background. Like, there's so many spots in the background that I'm just like in awe of. For the blending, for the color that's coming through, that I actually got the line straight. I just really like it. And I'm really proud of the time that I spent on this background that is mostly going to be covered up anyway. And so now I'm like, should I cover it up? I could leave it like this and it's just a staircase. I could just put a shadow of a female on the wall, or add the chandelier and that's it, and it would be okay, but it wouldn't be the original concept, and I don't want to give up on the concept at all, and so I'm in conflict. Anyway, that's where this piece stands. My next piece is this baby right here. Completely opposite. This one is very colorful. Have 4 ladies. They're having ladies' night. They have Netflix on that is not painted in yet, but it's going to be Netflix. And they have their lamps, and they have their apples, and they have their wine. And this is the stage I got it to so far. This originally started off as a sketchbook concept. I wasn't painting. And so I was like, you know what do you want to paint? And I was just like, the most relaxing thing in the world to me right now would be a ladies' night. What would that look like? And so in the background of this sketch, I really wanted to emphasize wallpaper. I'm like obsessed with wallpaper, right? But to give that texture, and then to have each of the girls kind of like similarly outfitted, very contrasting. And I actually like the sketch more than I like the current work in progress at this point. I think like the background is so different now, and I think that I added a lot of elements to make it like a very, very realistic environment. Like I told you, I want these to be like moments and like captured and, you know, inviting and like representational, like you could feel yourself in the moment. But I feel like something got lost from this to this. It might be something as simple as the white outline that's kind of making this a centered dream versus this that is just the full picture. It may be all of the extras that I put in. Does it really need to have the lamp in the window and the other lamp and this and that doesn't need all of those items? Because this was very simplistic and very to the point, and it came across immediately. And I'm wondering if this is just not where I want it to be right now. So that's in progress, and I'm in conflict. So basically, I've been painting these things, and I have such strong intentions for each individual piece. And I'm also working on an oil painting that is in progress. I'll have an update for that soon. I've worked on it a little more. I'm getting a little bit more of a hang on oil paintings. But for these acrylic pieces, they're driving me crazy. I'm just like, conflict here, conflict there. Can I have just one easy piece that doesn't like emotionally destroy me thinking and trying to make decisions? Anyway, so instead of painting today, I actually just went ahead and cleaned my artist studio. All I have left to do is to clean my brushes, which is going to take forever, but I don't even care. Like I don't want to paint. I just want to think and make a decision and stick with it, because the painting's never done, but a painting can be finished. I don't think they're ever done, but they can be finished. And I could keep this sketchbook for my ladies' night and keep this piece just as is for me, and then continue on where I've taken this piece so far, the actual canvas, because a concept can always just stay a concept. But the more I think about it, the more I want to start from scratch and redo with this intention. And give it more of a simplicity, because not everything needs to be complicated. But I don't know yet. I would love your thoughts. So I'm at two veins here. For my staircase piece, should I go ahead with the original concept, add the wallpaper, add the pizzazz, add the figure looking over her shoulder like, are you coming with me or are you coming with me? Should I do all of that? Or should I spend another 4 to 5 hours redoing this on another canvas so that I still have this stairwell and I can keep it as is? I'm like, I'm almost 60% sure that I shouldn't do that, but there's a 40% chance that I really, really, really just want to do a second stairwell and leave this one how it is. So you can give me your opinions in the comments below. Should I or shouldn't I? Okay. And so for the ladies' night piece, should I again start over and stick closer to my concept, or should I just go for it? I already have it kind of sketched out. I have a clear plan on, even if it's different than the original concept, I should just go for it. I should just do it. So those are my questions for you, because I'm in conflict, you guys. Like, I don't know why this always happens to me. Anyway, that's where we are right now. I only have one other piece to show you, and I'm just gonna quickly throw that in. We're not in conflict with this because it's finished, but it's just this piece right here. You may have glimpsed it on my Instagram. This piece is different for me. This was painted during my kind of absence from YouTube, and basically this is encompassing everything I was feeling during the time. I was feeling a lot. My creative life was like at a standstill, and then I just one day painted this and I just got all my emotions out. This was actually originally this, and I painted over it with black gesso because I was just furious. I painted over that with this because I could not get out of this slump. It was like a raging, demented slump of creativeness. I was just not in a good art place, and I wasn't making anything that I enjoyed. And so I put every single feeling into this piece, and this is what I got. And then I was able to move on and create staircases and ladies' night and go back to my regularness. But whatever that was, it's in this piece. And so, but anyway, be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on my 2 in progress pieces. And I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.